with the airplane etiquette story that is everywhere today. So an American Airlines passenger posted this Twitter video showing a man repeatedly, aggressively poking the back of the woman's seat in front of him after she leaned back. So who's in the wrong here? What do we think?
There are issues on both sides, though, don't you think?
Like, you notice where he's sitting. He can't go anywhere. Like, he can't.
He's in the
very
row.
back, so he cannot recline, right? And she's reclined, so it's kind of like, can't people just be kind? You know the guy can't recline. You have to go all the way back. But then him doing this on the seat, he could have used his inside voice and basically just said, listen, I can't go back any further. Can we maybe, come to some sort of agreement here?
Natasha on Facebook says, recline is an option on the seat that you purchase. Yes, you have every right to recline it. Plus, it only reclines like an inch. So I feel like you're going on both sides there a bit, Natasha.
It's more than an inch.
It's more
than that.
It's like 15 degrees.
It's 15 degrees.
Yeah.
But do you guys do? This is daylight when they're on this flight.
Yeah.
I don't recline on a daylight flight.
I don't either.
I don't, because I immediately think of the person behind me, and if they have their little tray out, the tray with their
That's exactly
stomach.
it. Well, you should never do it during like eating times. And I was on a long like overnight flight, and I couldn't believe the number of people who just leaned back like recklessly during mealtime. They didn't care. Susan on Facebook said, I don't think people should recline at all. It makes me suffocate. I always politely ask the person in front of me not to recline.
Well,
I wonder how that goes.
Isn't that what you want to drink? But isn't that what you want to see? Don't you want to see the 5 minutes before of this video? Did he, politely ask her? Was he nice and said, hey, do you mind? Like, what happened
to the
before?
article, because you're right, context matters. We're only seeing a sliver of this video. According to the article, and according to her own post, so it is from her perspective, that she initially reclined, and she says what you don't see on the video is that her words are, he punched the back of my seat hard 9 times. That was after the initial recline.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I am on her side, and I'm going to tell you why, okay? Yeah? You want to jump in first?
Well, I think there are some more clues. I can see why you're on her side. He's behaving like a child, obviously. But there are some other clues. The flight attendant gave him the shot of alcohol. So what are we not seeing? Because that seems very unusual. So we're not seeing something. And I'm just saying, I don't judge people by their names, but her name is Wendy with an I. And I think Wendy with an I is the Wendy with the I who always get what she wants. When she's at the superstore and she's in line for the checkout, she's the one asking to speak to the manager, holding up the line. I just suspect that Wendy with an I might be this lady.
Okay.
I'm Mercy with an I. I'll try not to take that personally.
And who gave you that name?
Okay.
Your parents.
That's right. Yeah.
Your parents. Wendy's parents are to blame, not Wendy with an I. And if you are Wendy with an I, we love you, okay? But here's why I'm on her side, is because if this is a company problem that you know that all of your back seats don't recline and that the seat in front of them does, why are you pitting your 2 passengers against each other? This is the airplane and the airline's problem. Because it's going to always be a problem. That guy he doesn't look like a small guy to me, and so clearly maybe it was just the luck of the draw, but you shouldn't be putting a guy that size in a seat in the back row that doesn't recline. He's up against a wall. But if they don't want you to recline your seat, then don't give us reclining seats. If it's there, I'm going to use it because I pay for it.
But they still have ashtrays on those planes. That just always scares me. Where they have the light that goes on, no smoking. It's like, no guff. Like, you haven't been able to smoke on a plane. How old is this plane?
How old is this plane? What are you saying?
It's terrifying.
I think the reclining thing is there's always room for so much drama, and I will say that I've noticed something. I travel a lot with Jacek. He's tall. He's got long legs. I liken being reclined on an airplane to getting dunked on. Some people just get dunked on all the time, and he never gets dunked on a plane because people look at him, they look around, and they're like, he's tall, but people who are short, and I have short legs, I get dunked on all the time. There's just a thing you have to accept. Being a small person, you're just gonna get dunked on. And I feel like, I don't know what the recipe, what the solution is for this.
That is so reasonable and kind of you. I'm like,
I have to accept it.
right? Do you get dunked on all the time?
But
like he never gets dunked on the plane. Like he's got, you know, nobody is, because they're looking back and they're like, oh, you are
People are
tall
good.
and handsome.
Oh my God. I've got to give Claudia from Facebook the last word here, okay? Here's her story. She said, recently a grown lady reclined on me with a baby in my lap on a 3-hour flight. My nerves wanted me to kick the seat more than 9 times, but I let it go.
Okay, what would you say to that? You paid for your seat and you should recline.
Okay, listen, again, if the person in front could be in clueless land, then the mother could very, you know, kindly say, if you don't mind, I actually have a baby. Is it possible for you to decline reclining for the duration of this time? And I think most people, if you begin with kindness, they will respond with kindness.
Yes.
I want to believe that.